It's day 16 now, and I'm just walking by birch wood here, and this wood here is a great example of HS2 and how disastrous its land take is. How when people say, oh, it's only a railway, they just don't understand the specifications to which HS2 is being built, and the fact that because it is being designed for 250 mile an hour running, even though it's not going to run at 250 miles an hour, it's much wider, the track separation, the fences, and of course the external fences. And you may have seen my video where HS2 fails to measure up. If you haven't, go back to it. And here is another great example. Obviously I didn't bring my surveyor's tape on a 3-week tour of HS2, but birchwood behind me, the lot goes, the whole thing goes. For HS2, well, for the embankment that HS2 will sit on, and that's the thing. Massive land take of this thing. That entire woodland is to be destroyed for this ridiculous project. So we've been chased by horses, we've been chased by cows, and now the most threatening of all, we're being chased by sheep. It's 2 o'clock, I've only made it as far as Stone, I've only done 7 miles, and some of that was going back on myself. As birchwood, I had to go a bit out of my way to go to birchwood, and the footpath that was meant to go under the M6, the path in the wood was just well overgrown, and I just had to give up in the end. But yeah, 2 o'clock and I've only done 7 miles. It is just so hot. I have to keep stopping. I'm sweating buckets, and I don't know. I might just do a bit of a siesta. Wait, see if hopefully it'll cool down a bit. I know it was still really hot, like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock yesterday. And it's only 2 now. I don't want to sit here for 3 hours, but might be the only option actually, because it's just the weight of the bag, and obviously the weight of me still, and it's really bloody hot. But see how it goes. I can't just leave it at 7 miles in a day. That's a fact. It's yeah, not going to get as far as I'd hoped. And I think the weather's going to be like this again tomorrow, so I might be in real trouble. What is it you want? What is it that you think I've got? Why are you following me? Was it the dog that you're following? That you've got to do what the dog tells you? See, one of them's realised how stupid this is. It's just been ridiculously hot today. I took a 2-hour break in the shade earlier, and since then I've walked an hour, and I thought, okay, come down this path here, and got to the edge here. All right, I've done an hour. I thought what I'll do is I'll have a little lie down over there in the shade, and seriously, it's not a joke. Car pulls up, it's an off-duty paramedic checking that I'm all right. Well, you were just let out flat on the grass. So, yeah, fair enough. You know, it's good to know, I suppose, that there's no such thing as an off-duty paramedic. Inexplicably, one of the things that HS2 really has it in for is agricultural showgrounds. Genuinely hates them. This is a Stafford County showground. HS2 is going through that. On day 13, past the Cheshire County Showground, actually did an interview for ITV Calendar on one of their fence posts with my Poundland tripod, and of course back home where I live it goes through the National Agricultural Centre at Stoneleigh. No idea why, just 3 agricultural showgrounds goes through them. And you know what, the fact I could just nip over that and camp there tonight, you know what, if it was an hour later I probably would do, but I can still make some progress. It's getting a bit cooler now, though. Yeah, it's still hot. Yeah, what do you want? I am the leader! Have you come to take us somewhere? Oh. We're going now. Or maybe we're not. Haha! So that was day 16. It was quite hot. I have to thank Trevor for letting me camp in his garden because it was. I know I could have made it to the next point of you know, next seat of population where I could charge everything up and get some water, but I was thinking it's just going to take me forever. And of course, I'm massively shown up because Trevor's wife Cher does Ironman contests and just say, all right, okay, yeah, and I'm complaining about like doing 15 miles because it's a bit hot with a backpack. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry. Anyway, yeah, that was about it though. It was genuinely too hot for me to think about much else was happening yesterday. The worst thing that happened yesterday wasn't on the video. It was just after I led down by that road. In the next field there were 4 bullocks and they were stood in the gate that we had to go through. And you get to one and say, oh yeah, they're starting to take an interest in Eevee, and you never know how they're going to react to this. Thought, well, instead of going through that gate that they're stood in, I looked at the map. Oh, actually, go through there. And then the footpath just follows the fence on the other side, and it's not a high fence. And I went over to look at it, and I was, right, it's electric, and it's got barbed wire on the top, so probably not. I started to walk away, and I have told Eevee to stay away from the pass, and I'm walking away, and then she goes over to it and gets electrocuted. And she runs away about 300 yards over the hill, can't see her, whistling for it. Eventually she comes back, and I'm not near the fence, but I'm nearish the fence. And she gets to about 50 yards, about 50 feet within me, and she bloody runs away again. Like it's my fault that she got electrocuted. Like I did it with my magic fingers, and yeah, she ran away, wouldn't come back, and luckily, just went back as far as the start of the field before. But yeah, little bug, it's still ignoring me, still sulking about that, I think, and well, not my fault, but yeah, she's all right. She might stay away from the fence next time I tell her to, but I'm sure she doesn't understand what happened and why it happened. And of course, it's meant to be location specific, isn't it? For the to keep the cows away from the fence. Anyway, yeah, I slept quite well last night, but that's that, and it's looking a bit cooler for day 17, so we'll see how it goes.